You know, kids are going back to school this week, but a lot of our local districts are dealing with shortages. They don't have enough bus drivers or substitute teachers. They have to fill those spots pretty quickly. News 3's Paul Wilcoxon has more on how they're trying to do that.
There's a need for school bus drivers not only here, but in a lot of areas.
It's a question every school district wonders each and every day. How are we making sure students get to and from school as safely as possible?
It's the other side of the school system, you know, getting them to and from school safely, on time, and ready to learn.
Delta Brown is a safety training supervisor for Durham school buses. She says when schools closed and moved to remote learning because of COVID, that left school bus drivers without a job. But since schools returned to the classroom, the need is now more apparent for bus drivers to return behind the wheel. On Thursday, Durham Bus Services held a job fair with several people coming in inquiring about becoming a bus driver.
A big portion of why I came out here to be a bus driver is to kind of help support my family a little bit because of that $4,000 signing bonus, which sounds pretty good.
Nick Malone is one of those. He hopes being a bus driver will help him be a more positive role model to younger kids in town.
It's awesome to give back to help people out. I think that's always such a cool thing to do. Driving a bus for kids, I mean, can always be a good influence for them.
Brown says more people like Malone are needed, and she says when there's a lack of drivers, that messes up a kid's routine and can affect their learning.
I know how frustrating it is being the parent at home wondering where the bus is at and wondering what's going on.
Shortages aren't exclusive when it comes to needing bus drivers. Teacher shortages continue to stymie educators, especially when it comes to finding suitable substitute teachers.
Anybody can be a positive role model for these kids.
The Regional Office of Education number 21 is hosting another Subs for Subs event next week. It's a time when qualified people can come in and receive training they need to get their short-term substitute teaching license.
You can get a short-term substitute license with 60 hours of college coursework. We're trying to do as many things as we can to, minimize this shortage and try to help our schools as best we can.
Paul Wilcoxon, News 3.